People are saying that you don't need to start being formulaic about it. How do you make sure that the rule of law exists? You follow the Constitution. It's very clear. And what the problem is that we want to add so many things to a very simple formula. The rule of law, where people sat down and there were people and experts who came about and everybody said, yes, let's go with this Constitution. But we kind of want to say, well, okay, the Constitution is there, but how about we add something to it? You don't. It's there. Javas.
The Constitution of Kenya 2010 binds everyone.
Exactly.
State officers.
You don't have to do anything different if you just follow the Constitution.
And who is not following the Constitution? Who is not following the Constitution? The President, for example, swore all the cabinet secretaries, they take an oath to protect and work and act directed by the Constitution. Everybody. And in fact, even if you are not a public officer, still you are bound by the Constitution.
Yep.
And that's why, in appreciation that even understanding and the interpretation of the Constitution must be in a manner that promotes good governance and facilitates the rule of law as provided for in Article 259. That's why I even cited a little earlier the issue of the compensation of victims, the issue of having a framework for reparations. Now, do you know that over the last 3 years, we've had a scale-up of even tourists in the country? Today, we are hitting 3.5 million. Initially, it was actually 2 million or 1.8 million. Talk about investments. Yes, there are some companies that now have migrated due to other challenges. We have got others that are setting shop here. Just the other day, of course, we have seen that even Africa's billionaire, Aliko Dangote, is joining hands with other actors, and taking lead in setting up an oil refinery in Lamu. Now, this is a huge investment coming to our shores. When I hear, for example, Rigathi Gachagua warning tourists, warning investors, is he a patriot? What kind of country, what kind of sentiment does he believe in? Look, let's face it. We need to have a politics driven by a competition of ideas, not rumors, not fear-mongering and sloganeering. I've not seen critical competition of ideas or proposal of ideas by people, for example, in the opposition. We need to have this festival of ideas going into the election.
Okay.
Not just mere criticism and having nothing to offer. Because if you were to ask him even after his speech, now what do you have to offer? If you have nothing to say, the only thing you can say is nothing. And I think that's